It's official, the long-anticipated pension increase has finally been approved, and for many, the first payments are starting to arrive from the 10th. After months of waiting, letters, and speculation, pensioners across the UK can now see the change reflected in their accounts, a small but meaningful boost at a time when every pound truly counts. For many people living on a fixed income, even the slightest increase in their state pension or pension credit can make a noticeable difference, especially with the rising costs of food, fuel, and heating as we head toward the colder months. This latest adjustment from the Department for Work and Pensions, often referred to simply as the DWP, is part of the government's ongoing commitment to protect pensioners' incomes through the triple lock system. Now, if you're not entirely sure what that means, let's take a moment to break it down in simple terms. The triple lock is a rule that guarantees your state pension will rise each year by whichever is highest out of three figures: the average earnings growth, inflation, or a fixed 2.5%. It was introduced to make sure that the value of pensions doesn't fall behind the cost of living or the general standard of earnings across the country. This year's increase follows that same principle, and while the exact percentage might seem modest, it's based on official data from wage growth figures earlier in the year, which were higher than expected. That means pensioners are now receiving an increase that reflects those stronger earnings, helping to ease the squeeze many have been feeling due to persistent inflation in household essentials. For someone on the full new state pension, that means a rise of roughly a few extra pounds each week, not life-changing, perhaps, but significant enough to help cover an extra shop or an additional bill that might otherwise have felt like a burden. Those on the older basic state pension will see a proportional increase too, ensuring that everyone benefits to some degree, regardless of when they first qualified. The first payments are being processed from the 10th, and while not everyone will see the change on that exact date, it's being rolled out gradually depending on when your usual payday falls. So, if your pension usually arrives later in the week or next, you may notice the adjusted amount a few days afterward. The DWP has confirmed that all systems are running smoothly, and anyone entitled to the increase will receive it automatically. There's no need to apply or contact the department unless you believe there's been a mistake or delay with your payment. What's worth noting is that this rise will also have a knock-on effect for those who receive pension credit, a means-tested benefit designed to top up income for people on a low state pension or with limited savings. Means-tested simply means it's based on your income and financial situation, so the government looks at what you already receive before deciding how much extra support to offer. For many older pensioners, especially those living alone, pension credit can make a huge difference. It not only boosts weekly income but can also unlock additional help such as housing benefits, council tax reductions, or free TV licenses for those over 75. So, if you've never checked whether you qualify, now could be a good time to take another look. Even a small pension increase might still leave you eligible for extra support, and the DWP's online checker or local advice centers can help you find out quickly. Behind these policy updates lies a simple truth: life for pensioners today can be challenging. The cost of living crisis has left many carefully budgeting each week, balancing heating against groceries, and wondering how to make limited savings stretch further. That's why these pension adjustments are more than just statistics. They're a vital part of everyday financial stability. There's also growing recognition from charities such as Age UK and Independent Age, who've long argued that pension increases should better reflect real household costs rather than headline inflation figures alone. They've welcomed this rise as a positive step but continue to call for further measures to help older people manage essentials, especially as energy bills remain unpredictable. If you're someone who's noticed the extra payment already, it might be worth sharing how it's helped or whether it's made any difference to your weekly budget. Every pensioner's situation is unique, and your perspective could help others who are trying to make sense of what these numbers actually mean in practice. Have you found it covers an extra grocery shop? Or does it simply take a bit of pressure off the energy bill? These are the stories that make the policy real, and hearing from others often helps people feel less alone in what can sometimes feel like a confusing system. There's also been talk recently about ensuring the triple lock remains in place beyond this year. Some politicians have hinted at possible reviews in future budgets, while others have firmly defended it as a cornerstone of pension protection. For now, though, the government has confirmed that the mechanism remains intact, guaranteeing that pensioners continue to receive whichever rise is highest among those three factors: earnings, inflation, or 2.5%. It's a reassurance many have been hoping for, especially given the uncertainty in recent years around benefits policy and the wider economy. Alongside the state pension, those who receive disability or carer-related benefits may also notice parallel adjustments as part of the same policy updates. Although smaller in scale, these changes aim to ensure that no one reliant on fixed support is left behind. The DWP has been encouraging people to double-check their benefit statements over the next few weeks to confirm the new amounts and ensure that everything has been correctly updated. Most pensioners will find the revised figures printed directly on their payment summaries, either online through their banking app or in the paper letters that continue to be sent to those who prefer traditional correspondence. In the broader picture, this increase is about dignity and reassurance, the idea that after a lifetime of work and contribution, pensioners deserve to feel secure and supported in their later years. It may not solve every financial worry, but it signals ongoing recognition of that principle. For many, it's a reminder that their voices are heard and that regular reviews of pension amounts do have a real impact on everyday life. If you're unsure whether you've received the right payment or simply want to double-check what you're entitled to, you can contact the Pension Service directly or visit the official Gov.uk website. Many local libraries and community centres also offer free sessions to help older people navigate online services, so if you're not confident with computers, don't hesitate to ask for help. You're certainly not alone. As we move further into autumn, these payments will offer a touch of relief and stability, even if modest, at a time when budgets tend to tighten. For those who've been waiting anxiously to see whether the increase would be approved, this confirmation brings some certainty and a little bit of breathing room. It's a good moment to take stock, ensure your benefit details are accurate, and, if needed, reach out for guidance to make the most of what's available. To everyone watching who's already checked their statement or received their first adjusted payment, congratulations, and well done for keeping informed and proactive about your finances. Staying on top of these updates is one of the best ways to ensure you get every penny you're entitled to. If you're still waiting, keep an eye on your account over the next few days, as the rollout continues through this week and beyond. Before we wrap up, it's worth saying that each update like this isn't just a bureaucratic change. It's a small but meaningful reminder that pensioners continue to be recognized and valued for the lives they've built and the communities they've supported. So, take a moment to acknowledge that this increase, however modest, represents progress, and progress, in these times, is something to welcome. Thank you for watching and for being part of this ongoing conversation about fairness, support, and respect for older generations. Keep an eye on future updates from the DWP, review your benefit statements when they arrive, and don't hesitate to share your experiences so others can learn and stay informed too. Until next time, take care, stay warm, and keep well. Your voice matters, and every update like this helps us all move forward together.